Right, the Nokia 120-4G. Guys, I really just want to give a quick review as I didn't find any reviews on YouTube for this phone, but I have purchased it, so let's get into it. So this is a cheap, budget-orientated smartphone, and I am super impressed. I'm going to try and be quicker. I'm going to try and be under 5 minutes. I do have the charcoal version. It's a very nice phone. It runs quite well. You get a screen protector on it by default, and it works really well for this price range. I am super impressed. Now, for the greater part of the last like 10 years, I have been using fairly high-end devices, not super high-end, but like mid-range to high-end devices. I'm impressed with this because of the price and the performance. Now, just a few things to mention is that if you are looking for a phone that you can use, that is reliable, that you can use for communications during the day, taking the odd photo here and there, then this is the phone for you. The camera though is not great, especially the rear camera for some reason is not great. It is very soft, the images are soft, but again, at this price range, you're not going to be buying it to do like photography. You're going to be buying it for taking photos of receipts, scanning documents, taking the odd photo outside, maybe, you know, to show people where you are, whatever. It's not going to win any awards. The front-facing camera, though, is very nice, and the night modes do work really well. Android Go 12 edition is really slimmed down. It doesn't take up a lot of space on your storage, and you are allowed to uninstall most of the bloatware that it does ship with, which is not much, but you can actually uninstall it. You are not limited to just uninstalling the updates. You can actually uninstall the app completely, which is very nice. So here we've got some specs that you can go through, and what you'll notice is with the specs is, okay, the battery here, if you look at the physical battery, the measurement on the battery itself, it's slightly lower than this, which is fine. And I do agree with the all-day battery life. I monitor my phone and communications and send messages and reply and stuff all day long, and it really lasts me quite a while. Yesterday I managed to get to 4 o'clock and it was still on 47%, so good stuff there. The internal storage, very good. Like I said, not a lot of it is taken up by the system apps, so you really have a lot to play with there. 2 gig RAM, great. The virtual RAM you have to go and activate yourself if you feel like you need it. I activated it a week and a half into using the device, so that just kind of shows you how optimized this phone really is. The platform here, they don't actually tell you what the GPU is, but I will put the GPU from the IDA64 breakdown over here, so that you can see it does have a decent GPU. I play Pokemon Go on it. I have not played any other like 3D games on it, but Pokemon Go runs well. You just have to obviously let it load up, and that initial sort of stuttering right in the beginning is just when it's loading things in, but once that's done, the game plays perfectly fine on it, and I'm super happy. So I don't know why they don't include the GPU here, because I think a lot of people would actually be able to see that and be like, hey look, I can actually do some very light gaming on this device, with some 3D games as well. So they really should be adding it in here. Everything else I have tested except the radio receiver. I have not tested that, but everything else works really well. The face unlock is very accurate and works fast. Don't feel slow at all. Power buttons feel great. Everything else looks great. One thing I do want to mention though is the proximity sensor. When I'm listening to voice notes or something and I bring it up to my ear, it does seem to work better on my left hand side than my right hand side, but that could just be a me thing because I've got different piercings on my right than I do have on my left ear. The other thing to mention is this in the box, it does not come with the Type-C cable. It comes with a micro USB, as that is the connection that it uses. So that's just one thing to note. Other than that, that's it from me. I'm under 5 minutes. Yay, finally I'm under 5 minutes with this review. So I'm happy with the phone, and again, coming from like slightly higher end phones, I'm very impressed with this phone. I just needed something reliable that works, that I can communicate with, you know, run my apps, and like I said, the rear camera I think is the worst aspect of this entire phone. Everything else is great, but the rear camera really is bad. Okay, cheers, bye.